for joining me as we continue to explore the 7 Hebrew letters on the path of the seeker. Today's Hebrew letter is Kaph. The numerical value of this letter is 20. Kaph has some interesting associations. After studying this letter, I'd call it the paradoxical letter of the Hebrew alphabet. The first paradox is that it begins the Hebrew word for holiness and sanctity. What's odd is that the word for wish forms part of the word for holiness. On its own, wish means different and separate. This suggests that to be holy is to be different and separated from the rest of humanity. Kaph also starts the word for sacrifice and the word to receive. The word Kabbalah has its root in Kaph, meaning that which has been received. Daniela Abravanel explains that Kaph is the only letter that dips below the line even when it is found at the end of a word. Because of this fact, Kaph is associated with a descent into the abyss. Hoffman explains, a descent is often necessary to reach an even higher level, and therefore, when we look beyond the difficulty, we can welcome the situation that turns our tears into laughter. One of my favorite teachings on this idea is in the book The Path of the Kabbalah by Rav Michael Laitman. He talks about little descents that happen along the path that are then followed by a big ascents. The path is always ascending so that eventually our descents become equal to our original euphoric breakthroughs on the path of the seeker. We are always moving up, even if it seems as though we are taking 2 steps back. Daniela Abravanel says that the holiday of Purim is associated with this letter because it is meant to help the Hebrew people to accept paradoxes, which is said to be a hallmark of the Messianic age to come. On that holiday, the scroll of Esther is read. The name Esther means hidden, and reading the scroll is meant to expand awareness. Bitterness and darkness are instruments that God uses to stimulate our striving for happiness and real fulfillment, Daniela Abravanel explains. The Zohar goes so far as to proclaim, entrance is forbidden to those who in their lifetimes were not able to transform darkness into light, and bitter into sweet. In modern Israel, there is a practice that also resembles this paradox. The Remembrance Day that honors fallen soldiers and civilian terrorist victims is followed by the happy celebration of Israel's Independence Day. Abravanel describes this concept in a very beautiful way. In just a few hours, the country goes from tears to dancing, thus affirming the possibility of constant rebirth from ashes. Now it's time to prepare your journals. I'll have a link to my blog post in the description box below with a sound meditation and an image of Kaph so you can let this beautiful letter reveal its paradoxes to you. For me, I am drawn to the bit of it that goes straight down, while at the same time the right side seems to rise up like smoke from a piece of incense, suggesting the always ascending path of the seeker is not straight up. The letter also reminds me of the P of our English language. What insights does the letter Kaph bring to you? Thank you for joining me on this adventure, brave soul. For now, may you meditate on the possibility that paradoxes only appear to be unsolvable from a limited perspective and can make sense when we take a look at them from another. Have a wonderful day.